Let's return to our top story this morning, that terrible incident in Clapham in South London. A mother and her two children have been rushed to hospital after a corrosive substance was thrown at them.
Police were called to the scene around 7:30 last night. 9 people in total have been injured. A man fled the scene. Police are currently searching for him.
OK, let's now speak to Labour councillor for Clapham Common, Alison Ingalls-Jones. Alison, this is an awful thing to happen on your patch. What have you been hearing from local residents this morning?
Thank you. Of course, we are all shocked and horrified by what has happened in one of the safest, if not the safest, ward in Lambeth. We are incredibly grateful to the police. Both my fellow Liberal Democrat councillor and Ben Curtis and I were on the ground immediately, working with the police, reassuring residents, finding out what was going on. And straight after this interview, I'll be heading off out there. I believe he's already on the ground. So shocked and horrified. What's happening, but incredibly grateful for very, very swift response from the emergency services.
And of course, the problem is you've got people in hazmat suits because of this substance. We don't know what it was. Gives it another dimension. And of course, those poor people who rushed to help, including those brave police officers, were injured themselves. What reassurance can you give to people in the area about this kind of attack?
Well, again, as I said, the police have always been very much available here, and their presence last night was just amazing. I know that they will be absolutely on the ground again today. Both of us and other local representatives will be going door to door to reassure residents. And we know that the police have I hope we will be working very closely with the police to gain all the information that we need. What I know the police are very keen for us to say is that if anyone has any information that can help them get the perpetrator, to call 999 and then reference 7790/31st of January, so that we can know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, Alison, obviously the residents you've been speaking to must have many questions. So too do you. What are the things that you want clarity on, not just for the people who are victims of this awful, awful attack, but for people living in the area as well?
Well, I think, again, not to speculate too much about exactly what's happened, to make sure we reassure we are fully up to speed with all the information coming from the police. We know that they have certainly, as of last night and as of this morning, have full control of the situation. We want to make sure that all information continues to flow freely from the police and that all residents are reassured that this is a safe ward.
Just to repeat that, Alison, because you gave out a complicated instruction, but this is very, very important as we have the suspect still at large. The National Police Air Service say that any members of the public who can help with information, call 999 immediately. The reference is CAD 7790/31st of January.
Exactly.
Alison, you know, from your perspective, you were talking about how that is an area in the borough, at least, that doesn't see incidents like this. How concerned are you? You know, I think something like attacks that involve corrosive substances, a few years ago, there was several of them that caused quite a lot of concern about how people were getting hold of these materials, how hard they were to detect. For you, what kind of concerns are there in the immediacy after this incident?
Well, again, as I said, it's the same message. I'm afraid it's just to continue to liaise with the police to make sure residents are reassured that they know that they have all the information that's available, and then anyone who has any information should come forward immediately with the references that we've both just flagged.
Yeah. Alison, thank you very much indeed. And if people are still concerned about other elements of this terrible attack, we have now heard that the police have reopened the roads in the area, though the suspect remains at large.